Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO City Undercover. So I exited it out. The game was getting frankly on shaky ground after being left running for a decent amount of time. Overall, and this really is no indication as far as how much I've really played the game has been left running according to Steam 371 hours, which is a big amount, certainly. So we have to turn everything back on through here. We're at 91.9%, and yeah, we were just running into a lot of sections that were not particularly working the way they should. I imagine we may still have some of these because there are just some things that are either glitched out or I just don't understand them, and it could be one or the other. For this area, for instance, there's one gold brick and one character skin. We can see that the one gold brick is a boulder, almost certainly. So if we can get a helicopter to appear here, then we will see what we can do to maybe fly around and find where this boulder would be. It's kind of weird that they have you jump into the airplane without really doing any real work. We know the character skin is in a teleport pad over there. I looked at all the achievements that are left. Simply put, there's about 5. One of them is using the taxi cab to do a bunch of jumps. So I may do that off screen, or I may just get silly with it and do that on screen. The other thing that would be slightly difficult is visiting all of the all like 11 of the statues that exist in LEGO City. Let's see. So this is the other side of the city. So I could either go here, or I could fly down these directions and see if maybe there's some logical reason to deal with those things. Let's come over here. Let's hop out of this, which that was not quite the hop I was expecting. There's the pond. What we're looking for is a boulder. A boulder and a teleporter. Which there's a still decent chance that, yeah, those things could be further in this direction, but I think the odds are higher that they aren't. The boulder we're looking for is going to be indestructible with my ray gun, and only destroyable with the mining equipment. This really may just boil down to it being behind a building. There was another area specifically centered around teleporting, and I guess I had a hard time finding where that teleporter was too, and that was on top of a building. So yeah, there could very easily be another teleporter on top of a building. This is just weird. And I suppose I could go look for a walkthrough. That is a possibility. And I might have to just boil down into actually doing that, because I may not be able to find the remaining bits of things that need to be found. Let's see.
Hey, what's up?
This area. Like, we really are trying to give it the college try. We're at 91%, so things are just slowing down now because there's only a few things possible left to collect. This was a whole area. This was a whole section of gameplay we did. So I seriously don't think the boulder is over there. Could it be in this pile? I mean, there's definitely a lot of plants and things. It shouldn't be so hard to find. It really shouldn't be this hard. Let's check behind these buildings. This baseball museum. Is it possible the boulder just is not scannable for some reason? Or does this maybe put it right on the edge? And even if it was right on the edge, it still should be something we could find. I don't think it should be in the water, although that would be interesting. Let's come down here and see if we can find the boulder. Or see if we can find something on this edge of the water that might indicate that there's a cave or a secret area. You know what? Almost certainly it is up in this gray area to the right of me. It would be pretty easy to hide a boulder there. I haven't spent a lot of time in that area. Whereas trying to suspect that it might be on the edge of this is unbelievable. Unless it's just hidden. So we've very quickly gone from using the helicopter to try to get an overhead view to jumping in the water to try and get a underhead view, I suppose is what you would call this. Now tapping A should probably speed up your swimming when instead of having you jump out of the water, or at the very least tapping any other button or any other possible button should potentially speed up your swimming. I'd like to be able to do something that's not annoying like this and move me faster. There's basically no access to the shore in this area at all. So it would be rather ridiculous if there was a Lego boulder, Lego special boulder in this section. There's no way an average good player would find us. And this is becoming a reoccurring theme in this game, is that we're running into a lot of stuff that does not compute, does not make sense. In no way would a kid have a chance at all of finding. These are just non-Lego rocks. This is a huge waste of time. Interesting, I've also hit a point where I can't go any further. Like I'm about to get eaten by an alligator. I mean, a shark. So you can't even get in the water in that area. So that just fast traveled me. Back. Now this area, we've gotten 100% of everything, so we know for a fact there's nothing to collect. Let's see. This is trash, not a boulder. This is so crazy. It should be easier.
That'd be so cool.
Well, the shortcut area The other thing that I was having a lot of trouble finding did revolve around me walking the opposite direction, a path that I would obviously had never done before and was not likely to ever do. So walking the opposite direction here does have some potential chance of success. I don't even see boulders. So either I've broken all the boulders in this area, or what? Like, who knows? It's probably on top of a building in some weird location that... But if it was on top of a building in some weird location, also, why then am I not seeing it? Or wouldn't I need to go back? Let's see. Just jump over here. We'll just jump over here. That's a boulder, but not the right one. Maybe it's on top of this building? We haven't been on top of that building too often. But there's a lot of ifs and maybes, certainly, in all of this. Let's see. Will this let me get up?
What a mess. There's never any good news, only great news.
This edge to get me back to there. That edge to get me back to there. And then this to get me back here. Okay. That flings me right into the sign. So drill this. And see what this does. Usually this makes a... That didn't do anything.
So glad I moved to LEGO City.
Alright, we're looking for a teleporter or a brick boulder. And those are all people.
Another day, another 8 hours of glorious work.
What does this do? That doesn't do anything. Okay. This takes us back down here. This takes us back down here. That drops me all the way down to the ground, which is probably not what I wanted to do. Oh, this is so frustrating. This is really, really frustrating. To have been all over these areas and still not be able to find what you're looking for. Alright. And I don't know if that's because the game is glitched, or I don't know if this is just that the game is now in a state where it's unbeatable 100%, or what. I mean, it might just be weirdness. Or it might be that there's a boulder that you can't access until you've unlocked everything else in the game, which would be weird because we have practically unlocked everything else in the game. So let's see if we can call in another helicopter without it messing up. So I want to look at is these rooftop areas. There's something here. I've never been here, it seems. And if I've never been there, perhaps that means I haven't been to some of these other sections. Meanwhile, perhaps there is a boulder on the edge of this to hit at. No, those aren't boulders. Flying up really high doesn't seem like it actually helps you very much. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that doesn't seem like I've ever done it. Starting from this point, going that direction. Otherwise we have kind of nothing. Wish we could go into scan mode. Like we can hit trees and I guess bricks, boulders if they are Lego. So there's some level of breakage I could actually pull off. Just flying into things. Meanwhile, if I wanted to fly over this area, I think I'd just hit a wall and not be allowed to do it. Yeah, it's just gonna turn me around. And I do want to fly to the other areas, but I would like to actually have a chance of actually beating this, so let's see. Jump down. Alright, so my goal is going to be to get over here. So let's start with this. So either this is something I've already done and it just reset itself, or this is a teleporter. No, it just teleported a ladder pieces. It's not especially helpful. And this fast travels us. Okay. This over here brings us to this area, and I feel like I've done all this. I probably have, and I just don't remember any of it. Where are we going now? This is just really moving me in the same direction. Let's see. That slides, and then that slides, and this is a shortcut. In a weird way, this is now making me go and do things that I may have skipped over, and I think I would have appreciated being able to skip over again. Let's see. Yeah, you slipped off the edge. And those exist, certainly. Those little alarms or whatever they're supposed to be, but they don't mean anything. Man, this is so weird. It really shouldn't be this difficult to find a teleporter, get to where that disguise token is. This all kind of just goes in circles. Yeah, I need to fast travel. We spent like 30 minutes trying to find the two things in this area when it's gonna be probably necessary to use a walkthrough to find the last two things. I really don't foresee myself finding these in reasonable amount of time. Right. Up here. This puts you here. And then this This is a color gun. I don't know what the color gun would be needed for. But I seriously doubt the color gun was the thing that was stopping me from doing other things. Let's see, let's go into scan mode and see if there's anything in this general area that needs to be shot with a color gun. Nope. So you get up to this point, and then what? Well, then I guess we just fast travel. This area is missing one disguise token and one super brick. This area here is missing one vehicle thing, so this probably wouldn't be a terrible place to fast travel to. We just gotta figure out where the vehicle thing is. It's not way up there, which is nice because that eliminates the problem. So do I want to go right or left, or maybe see if it's a boat? Could be a boat. Do we see any stationary boats that would be the one we're supposed to race? It doesn't seem like it. Alright, so let's go along this boardwalk path in a counterclockwise motion. We'll take a break every couple blocks, try to scan, see if we figure out what we're supposed to do. I feel like there was a pig launcher here at one point, but I seriously doubt the creators of this game would have bothered to move the pig cannons after the fact, or after we've collected all the pigs, and I'm not sure I even have collected all the pigs.
My phone. I didn't bring my. What's going on? Why did I have to choose a diet that stops me eating chocolate?
Is this a boat?
Ouch!
It is a boat. Is it the boat? No. Is there on this map a undergroundish area?
Ooh. My phone. I didn't bring my. Oh.
There's this section, which I guess what I'll do is I'll just look on both sides of this, then I'll walk over here and turn around, and then look on both sides of this just in case these central huts are blocking my vision.
What's new?
Let's see.
Ouch!
We've got this statue. It can't be blown up. think I put the statue there. You can change the color on it. So I see a jump, which if this is a boat race, the jump probably does play a factor in it. And we've got the pillars of yellow light, which will add some bit of information. Just generic, these are the areas where you could have landed. Yeah. Still really having a struggle here. Trying to find anything. It just falls apart. Everything just falls apart when you have this last 10% that you need to do, because it's all so cryptic. I don't feel like other LEGO games were like this, or at least this bad, where you're straight up left scratching your head wondering. I really don't want to have to climb all the way to the top of these points to find out that there's no item up there. This is another great example of why the scanners range one way or another. However you program it, it needs to be increased as you get further along in the game. It loses all of its value if you can't find anything. I kind of am certain that there was a thing over here. Yeah, there's a thing here. That's the police challenge. When we look specifically at downtown, that's what we need to get to. How is one supposed to get up there is the question. Right. Fly through those, which actually makes it easier because then you can work your way. If you get up at this slightly tilted angle, fly through this, fly back this way. No, I guess that doesn't work. What was the thing I was doing? There's something I was doing that would, to get up here and make it a little bit easier.
Another day, another 8 hours of glorious work.
Maybe I was just doing this.
Hello. I have someone
Yeah,
I need
that's
to see.
it's kind of a classical way to reach where you're supposed to go. Alright. So the trick is we need to get there. I don't know how we're supposed to get there. As you can see, there's kind of no connecting part to that. Unless there's something way on the other side, and this would be incredibly slow, but I guess we have to test this. We just have to see if maybe there is a way that you fly through these rings and then you get to that other side and then the other side flings you back. Otherwise, you can't really get away from the rings. It wouldn't be a case of me cheating the system, taking a couple of rings and then switching back to another area. Gotta be very careful. I'm gonna try this. You gotta get right to the edge. And maybe that teleporter? That might be it. We'll try that. Otherwise, just gotta reach. Yeah, it's not letting me do that. And this teleporter is really just gonna let me teleport upwards. If we had a vehicle that just let us fly anywhere we wanted to go, this would make a lot more sense. Even if we just had a shorter or larger amount of hidden things, helicopter pads in particular. Yeah, that would be very helpful. There's not a helicopter pad, I think, in this area at all. Closest one is the airport. Okay.
Why isn't it Saturday yet? This week is going so slowly.
The only thing I could guess is maybe over here? Yeah, this still doesn't make sense though. Still doesn't really fix the idea of getting all the way there. Geez, we may spend an entire hour in this recording and not collect a single thing. It may just boil down to that. Alright. And the only thing we're looking for is a vehicle from the police thing. So, let's see. Guess we could fast travel to this area. See if we can possibly find the things we need to get. Ooh. This is the investigate clues mission. This doesn't work. There's no trigger. There's no way to fire this. Water just breaks it. There's an area over here. Guess we'll see if that's the right way to go. Yeah, part of this problem just breaks down to the fact that you're now in this position where a lot of this stuff has just been done before. So things that are going to look like things that should be done aren't things that should be done. Alright. There's a teleporter there. But I kind of don't feel like there's much of anything else. I don't even know what we're specifically looking for. Let's see, let's rethink this. Yeah, we're looking for, in this area, a card stealing mission. Almost certainly the helicopter is going to need to take me to the top of that. There's a color swapper over there. Yeah, that's it though. Where's the next helicopter pad? It's at the airport. This is part of the problem. It's such a long flight to get to these areas. Of course, I've never brought a helicopter this far. Wait a second there, I think I saw something. Maybe. Maybe you fly a helicopter around the cannons and the cannons automatically fire at you. That'd be weird, but be something different. Here we go. Robber challenge. So we can at least accomplish one thing today. But yeah. This really has crossed the line from being peaceful and serene down to just being irritating. Remember, this is a kid's game. This is supposed to be easier than this. I'll look around here just to investigate the clue while we're at it. That's the last colored piece. I bet that puts a token right Well, it doesn't put it where I thought it would be. But it puts it near where I thought it might be. Let's break this. Steal this car. I believe this is either the second to last car theft or the last one. They want me to go this direction. So we get the music. The question was, will the music cut out halfway through very abruptly? I guess the next mile marker, next round number would be 25 billion studs. I could imagine not actually making it to 25 billion studs. There's not that significant amount of things left to collect and do. That in part has reduced by a moderate amount of a percentage the amount of studs we pick up, because we're not really breaking things, we're not really driving anywhere. Most of the time we're just wandering around looking for stuff. Is this gonna end up getting stolen for the airport area? If I can figure out the right direction. These guys cannot stop me.
Oh, man.
I feel like there should be a little bit more challenge than that. Just a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, there's one more vehicle robbery. We are getting to the bottom of the barrel as far as all the things that need to be done. Alright, let's summon this in, and downtown we go. We're gonna really try to head in a direction which would be this general area to start with. What are we missing over here, by the way? Is there a fast travel? Can you just fast travel? So if I'm gonna jump out in this Palm Sands area, it means I really gotta know that this is the area I want to be in to do the last thing that needs to be done. And the last thing that needed to be done, well, this is the last pig, so that does need to be done. Let's do this. Then we'll just fast travel back to the airport. Very last pig. And the pig just needs to go to the ground level. We'll see if the music cuts out before we make it to the cannon.
My boss will be livid if I'm late again.
Using the chicken to turn the gears. It's almost like this was an Angry Birds reference, except for it's Angry Birds The Revenge, where the pigs are shot out of cannons instead of the birds being shot out of slingshots.
Whoa! Is there anything you can't do, Chase? Congratulations!
So now this is 96% complete. The other thing they want to do was there was a police job. Let's see.
How's things?
Can I get up on the edge? Let's figure out where I need it to be anyways. Police job. I think is over there. If not, it's over here. Actually, on second consideration, I think it's right where the street intersects on the building to the right there. Yeah, there it is. Perhaps it would be nice if, since I've already reached that specific spot, if there was an easy way to just start the level without having to climb all the way up, but that would probably be asking too much. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Ah, this is glitched. This is glitched too. There's something about that. I guess I may have done this already. I feel like I've done this one already and I just failed it once, and maybe that's the game. Just cruel way of saying too bad. Never run into a LEGO game that had any level of problems like this though. Alright. So this is marked off as there's a character. Maybe there's a disguise token somewhere else, and I'll just have to deal with that. Maybe it really is a case of some of these things just can't be done. We still know that there's a few things that can be done, or at least seem doable. So I'm not quite ready to quit. I would like to legitimately get to 100% and then prove that there's no bonus level and then rage quit in that revelation. You know what? It's probably easier to jump the other direction. Camera does not want to cooperate right now. We do this, and then we come over here. That's even easier. But yeah, we may just run into a scenario where it's impossible to do everything because there's something missing in every area that I've either already done or it's just glitched completely. Is there any reason why I'd want to go to Uptown? No. Or Central Park? Okay. Bright Lights Plaza, I do need to go. So Paradise Sands. Or we go over this way. I think we go this way. So we'll take one more helicopter ride. And once we get out of Crescent Park, we'll look in. There is definitely one area where there's at least a super brick in this Times Square location. Let's see. So the real question, I guess, is how many things are missing here? One character thing. And seems like nothing else. Maybe if I wrapped my head around how many of those sub challenges are even left to do, that'd be easier. Okay. This, I'm fairly certain, is where we want to go, and these cranes and such are not areas where we could ever reach. Also not fairly certain we couldn't get to the top of these buildings. I feel like there is a character disguise token that we never collected that was right here. So before we jump out, let's look at the pagoda area. There's, I'm fairly certain, a disguise token in this area left to collect. There may just be no way for this to reach anything else. And what is this? This is different. So they made a whole helicopter path that was obviously going to be used in some kind of chase sequence, and it never got used. Or if it did get used, I've completely forgotten about it. Now where am I? I'm over here in Fresco, which is 100%. This is looking for several disguise tokens. I feel like I've definitely been to the top of that one. Alright, let's investigate. Would a helicopter flying in front of a cannon get shot? at? No, it doesn't seem like it. There's a collectible down there, but I can't get it. If I fly up, if I landed on this building, where would this go? Seems like it might lead to a disguise token. Maybe. Here we have just another very walled off section. Fly backwards. Here's a bit of scientific knowledge for you. Helicopters don't fly backwards. Not when they're being flown properly, at least. There's a lot of building tops here. A lot of bland, boring building tops. And here's that thing that, like, I really would like to be able to just jump out of the helicopter from that location. Doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a ledge if there wasn't an idea of something? This, what does this fling you? Flings you over there to this platform, which then you could reach this far. Oh, I guess maybe this is it. Okay, let's see. Either this is a big mistake, or that's how this makes it all the way over there. So, with just a little bit of luck, seems like we might actually accomplish two things in this recording. That was awkward, to say the least, and you could have easily fixed the problem simply by having the game put some rings by default around, and we're gonna have to scan for a suspect. Let's see. Just look for the guy that's not moving. And here we go. Car. Chase. Criminal. Hope I'm going the right way. Going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way. Oh, he's gonna get away at this rate. I don't think there's a lot saving me here. he's running all different directions from where I went. This is gonna be embarrassing, and we have to just reset. Like we have to try it again. They really are on just the same set path every time. And their set path when they steal a car is the same set path I go when I steal a car, which is redundant. There we go, retry challenge. Make sure we actually trigger the right thing. At least that time he's moved. You can see he was stealing a car. Previous time he wasn't doing anything. Jump down this way. Get in the car. Get this dizzy. By the time you're down, he's got a major advantage on you. I think that's intentional. He curved up this way, and that gave him a much shorter trip than what I did. That being said, I still may miss him here, because I'm not really seeing where he is. And the bursting and the speeding can only do so much. So we have to try for a third time now. Is it perhaps a case of I need to be closer to the guy? Or is it perhaps just another example of a really difficult challenge here for a kid's game? Or maybe I'm just getting worse at these games.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll just crash into things. Yeah. Let's just hit him. Are you upside down?
Out of my way!
So I don't know if the game just took pity on me there or what. But that's the last vehicle quest we have to do. That's one more gold brick down. All vehicle robbers have now been arrested, which unlocks another character. Chuck
Whoa,
Morrison.
Chase, I think you've arrested
Chuck
almost
Norris
every single
reference.
thief in the city.
That was a different line of dialogue. Alright, so here we're at 97% still. Here we're now at 100%. That's 92%. That's 100%. We're getting down to brass tacks, and there's only a couple more things, and then we're gonna be just left with banging our head against the same things over and over again. Unfortunately, that's really where this is gonna go. We went 15 minutes over. We have 293 of 305 disguise tokens. We have 119 of 120 vehicle tokens, and we have 429 of 450 gold bricks, which puts us very, very close to being done. And yet, we still are only at 92.2% because once we have all the disguise tokens and vehicle tokens, we clearly are going to have to go and purchase all the vehicles at no less than three locations. Well, actually 2 locations. I think we have all the helicopters already unlocked, but we'll have to go to a boat summon location and buy all the boats. We'll have to go to the vehicle summon location and summon all the vehicles. And then we'll have to go to a disguise booth to purchase all the disguises. Or maybe we could do all of that inside the police headquarters. That might be the case too. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.